Hello, this is George Urbacek with another lesson for the absolute beginner bass guitar player. The previous two lessons addressed the parts of the instrument and the plucking hand technique. In this lesson we'll look at the fretting hand technique. I advocate for the lower positions on the bass. By lower positions I mean those positions closer to the nut and where the frets are wider, as in here, so that's a lower position. I advocate to use 4 fingers in the space of 3 frets, and where necessary in the higher positions or when you need to play 4 fingers in the space of 4 frets, then I advocate that. So what I'm saying is one technique is not good for everything. We really need to look at a couple of different techniques. Now, a lot of bass lines and bass riffs only require you to play within 3 frets because they're basically octave shaped. So 3 frets would be this. So my impression is why, and my experience too teaches me, why should I stretch my fingers over 4 frets like that and continually have a stretch at the back of the hand and stretch the tendon straight, which is not good for hand flexibility at all? Why should I do that if I don't need to? So what I do in the lower positions, up to about the 9th fret generally, is I put 4 fingers in the space of 3 frets, and that keeps the fingers nice and loose and flexible, and you can actually then claw like this, so you can actually get a really solid grip like a cat claw, a tiger claw, or rock climbing. You can get a very solid grip on the notes, on the neck, on the fretboard, without having to actually strain anything, so you're not stretching any tendon. So it's really important to have that technique down. So remember the claw grip, and if you have a look, you won't see my thumb poking out over the top or going like that. That actually inhibits movement. If you have the thumb at the back of the neck, your hand becomes very flexible. And the thumb should be pointing upwards and resting on its pad. So just on that part, so don't point it inwards like that. Just rest it comfortably on its pad. It's like as if you're going to catch a ball or grip something. That's how you should sort of grip the neck. So the first thing to do is try this, for example. Copy what I'm doing. Put your little finger, the pinky, over the 7th fret, just behind the 7th fret wire of the A string, and put all neighbouring fingers on the string as well. So essentially I've got the pinky on the 7th fret, the middle 2 fingers on the 6th fret, and the first or index finger on the 5th fret. And see how my fingers are all arched, so I have no tendon strains. Okay, what you do then is you try to tap down, so you lift the fingers off and try to tap down all 4 fingers, and you of course will be creating the note that's under the pinky, under the little finger on the 7th fret. Once you've got that done, that's probably the hardest of everything, because you're actually training your little finger to stay arched and to get as much strength as it possibly can. So once you've got that done, a couple of taps with that finger on that fret, of course you can go to neighbouring strings, do the same thing. So just try to make sure that you're putting all fingers down, because the 1st, 2nd and 3rd fingers will be supporting the 4th. It doesn't have to do all the work on its own. So try that across the other strings, of course. Then what you can do is lift off the back 2 fingers, the 3rd and the 4th, and tap down on the 6th fret. Again, make sure you're fretting right behind the fret wire. That reduces any fret buzzes. So in this case you're tapping 2 fingers down together, so the 1st is supporting the 2nd. That should be quite easy because the 2nd or middle finger is naturally very strong. And then you do the same thing with the 1st finger on the 5th fret. And of course you can go to other strings and do the same thing, and then you can move upwards that is to the right on a right-handed bass. So again, see how I'm actually tapping down all fingers together there. So basically the fingers to the left of the fretting finger should be on the string. They don't have to push quite as hard, but they should be on the string helping. This will help you a lot for when you are going to play hammer-on riffs. So a lot of bass riffs include hammer-ons, for example. Etc. So you're just hammering the 2nd and 4th fingers in this case. So I strongly suggest start out with that technique before you even look at the 1 finger per fret method. You won't regret this. It's a very, very valuable and easy technique to use once you've got it down. That's it for this lesson. Tune in again for the next one. Okay, have fun with that. Bye. Hey, I just noticed when listening back to that lesson how distorted the bass was. I didn't realise because I didn't have headphones on, but I'm going to leave it anyway. That's some natural distortion for you. And I just wanted to also remind you that in case you're looking for a complete course of systematically structured step-by-step bass lessons, go to my website, which is creativebasslessons.com. Okay, hope to see you there. Bye.